Heyo, bet you didn't see me there, yeah, because I wasn't in frame, you know how that works, right? It's been a while since I've done this, so excuse me if I'm a little rusty. What is up, fam? It's your girl Jemmy here to give you another video because I haven't done that in a few weeks and I feel really bad. So I thought I would take the time and talk a little bit about my major and minors, why I chose them, and especially at Purdue, if you can see the benefits in doing them or not. So I kind of was trying to figure out what kind of videos I should make for you guys, and one of the things that really stuck out to me was talking about myself to help you guys figure out if this is something you want to do. Let's talk a little bit about where I go to school. So I go to school at Purdue in West Lafayette. I really enjoy it here. It's been a great year and a half so far, so I can't complain at all. Let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here, because since I started here and now it's changed a lot. I am currently double majoring in financial planning and counseling and selling and sales management. I am also minoring in film and video studies, organizational leadership and supervision, and getting a certificate in entrepreneurship. And I'm also thinking of adding one more minor, communications, because it only takes one more class. So it's like, yeah, let me do it. Let's talk about the majors first. So when you're looking at majors, both financial planning and counseling and selling and sales management are located at Purdue's Health and Human Sciences College. And the reason that is because the slogan there is make lives better. And sellers and financial planners make people's lives better because you're selling things on a day-to-day basis, giving people knowledge and information on a product that they may not know anything about. So it's important that in order to have an individual's life be better, you have to explain the product, tell them how it works, gain people's trust, and make sure that they trust you to give them the right information. And financial planners are in this kind of department because when you're dealing with people's money, it's a very intimate sort of relationship with someone. So you have to, of course, you have to trust them, and you have to make sure that they understand how the business and the economy works. And so it's really important. This makes people's lives better because you're helping them deal with long-term goals such as retirement or paying for the kids' college tuition. All of these things you could have a financial advisor look at. So that's why those two are in health and human sciences. So the reason I chose these two majors is because, one, financial planning and counseling is something that my dad is doing and what my sister majored in, and it's kind of something that I just knew the program. I knew it was a well-rounded degree, so if I didn't want to be a financial advisor after I graduate, it's easy for me to do something else because you can do a lot with this major. It's not if you're a financial planner, you have to be a financial planner. No, it's not like that at all. You can do a lot with it. There are a lot of skills that you learn with customer relationship, marketing, and a lot of things along those lines. Another thing is, financial planning, it is essential skills you need to know. People these days have no idea how to manage their money, and so it's really scary to see people handle their money in a sort of irresponsible way. And so I never want to be in that kind of position, so that's why I wanted to have this major. It's just essential skills to have. At least if you're not going to have an advisor, to have some background in finance or personal finance is really important. Also, financial planning is a great major if you love dealing with people and communicating and understanding and building relationships. All about people. It's all about understanding their goals, their wants, their needs, their dreams. It's all about understanding that, putting that into a format that they can understand, and telling them, if you did X, this would happen. If you did Y, this would happen. It's important that you can take all these numbers and all these different products and situations and tell them in a reasonable sense to an individual who may know nothing about financial planning. It's important that you have that communication and there's a relationship and there's trust, and that's one of the first parts about financial planning, is building that trust. That's why I like financial planning. Selling and sales management is pretty similar. Again, building trust, making relationships, selling a product. And you're not necessarily selling a product, you're informing an individual about the pros, the cons, the competition, and the product itself. It's all about telling someone how a product works. A lot of sales reps, they have this bad look to them because a lot of sellers in the past deal with selling a product to get the most money, to get all that commission, baby. Especially in this day and age, and especially at Purdue, they emphasize selling a product not for your personal gain, but for the individual's gain or for the customer's gain. Especially in the business world, everything revolves around the customer, so it's important that you deal with the customer needs before yourself. And so that's why I like selling and sales, is because one, it's essential skills that you need to have as an individual. You're selling yourself to people every day. You're selling people on what movie you want to see. You're selling people what they want to eat. It's all about informing people about your opinions. So that's why I like selling and sales. And also those two go hand in hand a lot. Not that you're persuading people, but that you're informing people of information that you have. That's the important thing to take out of both those majors, is that you're informing people about products that you know a lot about. Okay, on with my minors, because I have a lot of minors, and to be honest, I don't know if minors even do anything, but really what I'm looking at minors with, it's an extension of my learning experience here at Purdue, and it's just kind of a way for me to understand a little bit of the program that the major offers. So with film and video studies, I really liked the idea of understanding a little bit more about the film industry. Didn't necessarily know if I wanted to major in it because it's a difficult industry to get into. And I really liked both the majors that I chose, and so I didn't necessarily want to be a film major, but I wanted to be able to take some of the classes that they offer. And so with this minor, it's all about understanding film production, understanding a little bit of acting, and watching movies, analyzing them and breaking them down into basic formats, and kind of figuring out pieces of the puzzle. Why a director chose this, or why did the writer say this, or what is your opinion about this moment or this scene in a movie. It's all about kind of analyzing things, and there's a lot you can do with the film minor. You don't just have to do, watch movies and analyze them or critique them. You can take editing classes, you can take like music classes. There's a lot of things that you can do underneath the film and video studies minor that qualify underneath the minor and count as credit. So I really liked that, and also they're like the most fun classes, at least to me. So I was like, if I can minor in really fun classes, why not, For the organizational leadership and supervision minor, I chose that because everyone needs leadership qualities, especially when you're going to career fairs and talking to people. They want to see your leadership qualities, and I think a lot of people miss that point because they think, oh, you're just born a natural leader. But really, you can learn a lot of the skills as a leader, and you can identify what you're good at, what you're going to improve on, what are some opportunities for you to be great at, and you can hone in on all these skills and assets and characteristics that you already naturally have and figure out what kind of leader you can be and implement that into the workforce. If you're looking at one minor, I think OLS is a good one because you just learn a lot about yourself, especially in some of the classes I took over the summer. It was a lot about, oh, what kind of person are you? It's a lot of surveys and trying to figure out what you are good at. What are your strengths, weaknesses? How do you handle stress? How do you handle learning opportunities? Things like that. So I think it's a good minor to have in your arsenal. And then for the certificate in entrepreneurship and innovation, here at Purdue, they don't offer a major, but they do offer this certificate. The purpose of this certificate is for you to understand a little bit of the background of how to start your own business and things you should know if you want to become an entrepreneur. I like these classes and I like this certificate a lot because it's very likely that you as an individual or me, we could end up starting our own business. In this day and age, everyone starts their own business. And I think it's important, if you want to do that, to understand some of the steps you need to take and some of the steps you shouldn't take, or here's some experiences. And it's not learning it from a book, it's listening to someone who's been there and understanding things you can do. A lot of the times they put it in very simple terms for you to understand. They really tell you a lot about the industry, and they really tell you, the important steps you should take. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can't just have an idea and then try and put it out in the market. You have to create a business plan, make a mission statement, have a vision, break things down, understand where all this investment money is going. It's really important to break down these steps, and that's a lot about what the entrepreneurship certificate is about, is telling you a lot of the steps you have to take along the way. And then finally, I want to talk about this last minor that I potentially might add is communication. I love the idea of communication because, one, it's part of both of my majors a lot. I probably said communication and communicating a ton in the first part of this video. And it's all about that. It's all about understanding people and how to relay difficult things and how to put into simpler terms complex ideas. And so communication is something that I've always thought is very important. It's so important to have communication skills and talk with people. And so that's why I wanted to add communication. It's such an important skill to have, especially, when you have to talk to a bunch of people at career fairs and do interviews and sign up for club. People don't realize how important it is until it's late in the game. Can't tell you how many people come into interviews for different clubs and they're like, oh, I'm not very good at communicating, or I'm not very good at socializing. That's what communication is all about. So that's why I love the idea of minoring in it. I've always loved communicating with people. I did speech in high school. I did do a lot of interviews in college for clubs and phone interviews and work experience. You always have to interview for that stuff, so it's important that you understand how to communicate. It's just important, okay? And so I think I made this video long enough for you guys. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. I mean, I enjoyed talking about my majors and why I chose them and things like that. If you want more details or anything, I can break things down even more if you want. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know any suggestions or questions, especially questions, in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to answer them. Alright, again, thanks so much for watching this, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Deuces. Psst, I'm an ambassador for the College of Health and Human Sciences, so if you could let me know what questions you guys want me to answer, that'd be great, because it's kind of like a club job, is to answer questions and everything. Just so you know.